Welcome back to the John and Linetia show.
Linetia, are you sad that the Bears will not have Brian Urlacher
Kind of sad.
this coming season?
Yeah, I'm kind of sad.
Really?
But, bring some new blood in there. Maybe we can win some games.
He's... the whole thing to me was kind of funny. He thought the Bears lowballed him, and yes, they did. But I'm wondering really if he's going to be able to get even the money. I mean, the Bears offered him $2 million. I don't even know if he's going to find another team that'll pay him that much.
I don't know. How old is he now? He's 30-something.
He's 30-something, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
But keep in mind that the average football career is like, 3 to 4 years. And so
he's still
been
got some
around
good
for a
years
while.
in him.
Well, good years in him, no. He's still, he's been around for a while. He's been very good. The only thing is, you get a new coach, you get a new defensive coordinator, and, maybe go in a different direction. But the only thing that's kind of a shame is, even though he is slower than he used to be, he's still that, commander on the field, and you got that experience. And it might have been good to keep him on for one more season and actually pay him something,
right.
Maybe $3. He wanted $3 million. Bears said $2 million, take it or leave it, and he went no. And now, granted, he even says he knows $2 million is a lot, but it was all principle type thing. And so I can understand that.
Well, he's been an integral part of the Bears. He's really good.
Yeah, he's been the face of the Bears.
He's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
$2 million is a lot of money. And he's been with the Bears a long time. But are you surprised that they lowballed him? I'm not.
No, not really. Not really. I think the fact is, even though he hasn't had injury problems, he is slowed down. His production hasn't been there as much. Now, granted, we're only talking statistics, so you don't know his value as a field general.
Right.
So, there's some people that say, hey, the Bears maybe did the right thing, and then some people who, say that they don't.
Like who?
Like Brian Urlacher's ex-girlfriend.
You mean Jenny McCarthy?
Jenny McCarthy, who has a hilariously bad column occasionally in the Chicago Sun-Times.
How do you put those two together? Hilarious and bad.
It's it's somebody who, granted, she's not a complete idiot, okay, but you look at it and you go, oh, here's somebody who basically her claim to fame really is taking off her clothes and she's writing a column.
Oh.
And the fact of the matter is, no matter what she does, all we want her to do is to take her clothes off.
So she's a model.
Shut your mouth, take your clothes off, lie back, and spread them, Jenny. Because otherwise, we don't care about her TV shows. We don't care about how, I'm crazy and I'm a wacky girl. No, don't care about that.
That's the same girl that was on the New Year's Eve show, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my. She was really crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I can act crazy, too. You just pretend you're drunk and you act crazy. She's got a show on E! Which is I actually kind of tuned in to watch a minute of it. I was like, this is horrible. Huh. And so she's got this thing in the Sun-Times, and how she's. The thing is, it's like, it was like, Jenny McCarthy says goodbye to Chicago's Hulk, Brian Urlacher. First of all, the Hulk destroys things, and he's a menace to society. So I think that's very bad that she equates him to the Hulk.
No, she's thinking about his size. He's a big dude.
The other thing is, I think...
And he destroys lines.
She's a little bit biased.
I would expect her to be.
She may... Well, but why do that? Then somebody else should, It's basically, it's a self-serving column is what it is. It's complete BS, Granted, she has a different perspective on things. She's had Brian Urlacher inside of her, okay? And so... she knows him. She knows parts of him in ways that other people don't.
So you're saying that her column is just strictly based on her relationship that she had with Brian Urlacher?
Well, first of all, her column is.
But the story
stupid.
that she wrote.
But yeah, you know what? This isn't exactly an unbiased. She probably wants to get with him again.
He's a football player. He's famous,
Yeah.
He's sexy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, you know, I mean, but just because she's, you know, been whacking his junk around doesn't mean that, you know, oh, I want to hear about how she misses him.
It's just a personal column saying
Yeah.
her goodbye to him.
Yeah. Well,
Although
you know,
she could have just called him on the phone.
probably.
And said, goodbye, dear.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, he was the face, you know, one of the faces of, you know, the Bears. And it's sad to see anyone go, but at the same time, you kind of know what you're getting into when you're in this field.
Well, you know, everything's a business. And,
It's a business.
you know, perhaps his services will be, you know, tendered by somebody else.
Yeah, but from what I'm reading, a lot of other places have not wanted to talk to him.
Well, you know, it's true. There's you know, some of the possible teams have not really stepped up to it. And, you know, I don't know.
I don't know. Who needs a good guy?
Part of
like
the problem,
Urlacher?
is that, you know, they kind of, the Bears and him, like the Bears waited until, you know, kind of late in the free agency period to kind of, you know, make their offer and
Yeah.
here's take it or leave it, and he left it, and the
Yeah.
Bears moved on. They're not gonna sign him, even if he comes back and
Yeah.
goes, oh, I'll take that $2 million. It's off the table now. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she wanted to say something that was, you know, heartfelt and, you know,
Yeah.
one day he's gonna be in the Hall
Heartfelt
of
and
Fame.
something else body part felt probably.
That's the only thing you got out this column.
You know what? That's why, you know, you go Jenny McCarthy and you go, oh, Brian Urlacher did you? So there's, you know, anything she says, it's like, who cares?
Some people do. Some people like the fact that it's someone who was personally, you know, close to him.
Very
know.
close.
Okay,
Almost
yeah.
merged. They almost merged.
Yes, together
Yes.
as one. But I mean, some people want to hear that. You know, it's like I'm not a fan of the Kardashians, but people want to watch it.
I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
And in the end, the Kardashians have nothing, you know, nothing to give, nothing to add to the intelligence of our society, and same thing with Jenny McCarthy. But enough about her.
It's her column.
Brian Urlacher is no longer a Bear,
Yes.
and so who's going to lead the Bears? You know, I guess Jay Cutler is going to be the Bears leader. You know, this coming year.
I hope he does
The
good
face
this year.
of
Because
the
if
Bears.
they don't, you know they're going to get rid of him.
Well, you know, they got the coach who supposedly does wonders with quarterbacks, and this is his last season, his last year of the contract. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I'm praying that we see a Super Bowl at some point,
That would be nice.
like this next season.
That would be great.
Although I don't know, we got the Broncos.
That would be great. Then I would love to watch the Bears in the Super Bowl, just as Brian Urlacher and Jenny McCarthy will watch the Bears at the Super Bowl
They're not
as well.
together anymore.
Well, maybe not. Maybe only for like 10 minutes at a time.
Ah. Thanks for listening to the John and Linetia Show.